Hello everyone, welcome back to Plants vs Zombies. We're gonna carry straight on with our adventure into level 5-1. Here we are, the last world I believe.
Whoa, they even found a way onto your roof. Those are some persistent zombies, dude. You'll need to use cabbage pults due to your roof's angle. And remember that, and you're good to go!
So, cabbage pults. A new type of zombie, the bungee zombie. So the cabbage pults, as far as I know, is actually going to be pretty much the only thing we can plant. We'll see what we can do. We'll get ourselves some of those. We've of course got our twin sunflowers as well. Let's get some squashes and some TSPPs. Let's get the potato mine. And maybe some of that as well. We'll see. Because actually I'm going to get the pumpkin out to defend our plants and stuff. We'll see what we can do. I'm not entirely sure. Oh look, we get given some flower pots. Okay. Because that's what you need. You can only plant stuff on the roof using the flower pots here. So we're going to need to be on that. I'm thinking then the whole deal with the cabbage pults is so that we can start attacking them whilst they're up here. Okay, potato mine, let's go, let's get in there. So we can start attacking them whilst they're up here. Because otherwise the peas and stuff won't shoot up the roof there. I think that's kind of where we're at. But obviously, as you can see, we kind of only really have a limited place to put things because of the plant pots. So we're going to need to be cunning here, like that. That was a good move, putting our cabbage pult on that row to start things off. So I'm thinking maybe this will be enough sun. We'll get the twin sunflowers out in a moment. Gonna need to start working on this sort of thing here. We're going to line the cabbage pults up along the back row, and then try and get some tall nuts and stuff out on the front. Maybe even some pumpkins on those tall nuts, because then you get yourself some hyper armoured plants there. Obviously the tall nuts take a lot to bite through, and the pumpkins need to be bitten through before the tall nuts can be eaten. So you have a huge defensive bonus if you can get a tall nut wrapped in a pumpkin. Only one huge wave to deal with on this level, that's nice. Going to try and get some of the cabbage pults out on the other rows now so that we can at least defend all of them. And then we might try and get our twin sunflowers out. However, I might need to get another cabbage pult on that row to deal with the conehead zombie. That's going to get rid of him fairly sharpish. Oh! And then comes the bungee zombie and just sweeps up one of your plants just like that. Which is a bit of a pain, I don't mind admitting to you. And at the moment we haven't got a good way of preventing that from happening. So we're just going to have to make do and hope for the best, really. I'm not going to worry too much about replanting that sunflower though for the moment, because we've got our twin one set up just there. Oh, he's eating the plant pot. Okay, well that's gonna go then. So that's bad, but I'm gonna have to make do, I guess. Actually, let's get that in. I think now might be a good time to get some defense on that middle row there. That's a good idea. Why don't we do that? That would have been a wise idea quite a while ago, I think, actually. Just get rid of him. Good. Okay, and now we have a cabbage pult on every row. I think I'm going to put actually, we'll wait and see what to do with that. We'll save up some money for the cherry bomb, I think. So that's going to steal that cabbage pult there. I think... Oh, and then they drop some in as well. Okay. Well, that's unexpected. Let's get that in there and that there then, I guess. Hopefully that'll do. I don't know. We seem to be in a spot of bother. Okay, there goes the potato mine. Tall nut, go! Whew, I think we was just in time there. and then you can get a pumpkin on there. It's just a regular pumpkin, it's not a hyper pumpkin. But we get the pumpkin on the tall nut, and then we have a hyper barrier of defense. So that's just gonna happen. He's just gonna chew on that for a little while, and we're just gonna gather up the sun until he's gone. Lovely! And that gives us the flower pot. Boom, boom. The flower pot, of course, lets us plant on the roof. Oh ho!
Hey neighbor, got some new items for sale.
Oh ho ho ho! So here's what we have. The roof cleaners are the same as the lawnmowers for up there. And we also have... What did he say? I don't know. We also have plant these on your spike weeds to turn them into spike rocks. So they do double damage and are very durable. And these mega magnets collect the money and diamonds automatically for us, which is again quite useful. But we're okay for that for now. So I'm going to spend the money on the roof cleaners because they will be useful indeed. Lovely. What have we got now? Anything new? Doesn't look like it. We've got our pole vaulting zombie. Right, so we're going to get that and that. And that. Let's get the tall nut out to deal with him. And I'm thinking potato mine. I think the jalapeno might be better. And that I think is going to do for us. Let's go. There are our roof cleaners. Let's get that out. Nice and simple. Let's get rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. You get the idea. We don't need to fuss by singing Limp Bizkit lyrics while we're playing here. We all know the direction that's going to take. 2 huge waves in this level. That'll be fine for us. We'll get the potato mine on there nice and early so that we are ready for this guy to fall as soon as the time is right. So, 2 rows of sunflowers, because we have foregone our dual sunflower setup on this occasion. Then I'm thinking 2 rows of cabbage pults, and then we will see what we're going to do from there. Okay, here comes another guy. That's quite soon. Hopefully I'll be able to... Yep, good. Get another potato mine out to help us. Smashing. Cabbage pults can start going out now. Let's rack these up. Get that there. And a couple more. Lovely. Grab you. Grab that. Put some sun down. Nice. Oh, this is a doddle. Oh, and we're on the attack with the cabbage pults. Wicked. So let's see where the next zombie is going to approach from before I put down another one. Okay, middle... Oh no, sorry, row 2 there. So let's get him in place. And then... that can go there. It may even be time to start setting up the tall nuts. And that's going to have to go right there then. Get that on the go straight away. So that he can't go anywhere. And then he's going to just take damage from the cabbage pult. Simple. And of course we're probably going to put a pumpkin on that in the near future. But for now at least, let's just keep up the cabbage pult assault. Here comes another pole vaulter. As soon as I can put a tall nut down, we shall. There we go. Another flower pot in place. Yep, you suck. You suck royally, and now you chew. You chew royally as well. Royal chew. That sounds like a very delicious snack, if I do say so myself. I don't know if I would personally buy it. But if you want to buy it, then I won't judge you. It's not because I'm averse to chewy things, it's just doesn't sound too nice. It might have something to do with the fact that it's not a real snack, but we'll see. Well, that's debatable for now. But yeah, I quite like chewy things. chewy stuff's good. Chewy stuff is easy to eat, isn't it, really? Although, having said that, I don't know. Out of a toss-up between a chewy thing or a hard thing, which would I rather have? I don't know. I guess I might want to chew a hard thing. Please control your rampant innuendo-laden minds. That is not what it was supposed to sound like. Oh, that's not what I want. A tall nut is what I wanted to plant. And then we can get another one right there. Come to think of it, I probably should have had a third row of cabbage poults, actually. But never mind. This is going just fine. I think what we can start working on now is arming up the tall nuts with the pumpkins. I also think what that does as well is if one of the bungee zombies marks a plant for being taken away, if you've got a pumpkin over the plant, then it'll, oh damn it, it'll take the pumpkin before it'll take the plant that it's surrounding, that it's protecting. So that can be useful as a kind of last minute defense against the bungee zombies, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the a legitimate function. Now, in putting all these here, I haven't left any room for like a squash or a jalapeno, but hopefully we won't need those. We may need them, but hopefully we won't. And if we do, then I'll just have. I've got enough sun. I'll plant a plant pot, and then put the TSPP onto them. Ah, the bucket head. You're a unique guy in that we haven't seen you yet. But now we have, and we get to see how effective our lineup is at dealing with you. Not very, it would seem. Not very at all. So we're going to have to put that there and a squash on him. Oh, I thought that squash would attack him. Okay, well, get rid of that. And let's jalapeno him instead. And now I have another one approaching and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, well, lesson learned. Squashes won't jump backwards. Well, I think they will, but just not very well, I suppose. I'm not quite sure what we've learned from that experiment, actually. So, all in all, a bit of a bust, I think. That pumpkin is getting eaten the hell out of. We're just going to have to do our best. Oh, there he goes. He's crumbling a little bit. This probably wasn't the most effective setup, but it'll probably do for us for the remainder of this level, but next time we might need to allow for more offensive weaponry behind our defensive line. Yes, I think that's right. I think we made a blunder. But never mind. All is well. Let's get ourselves that jalapeno out and deal with that. We'll leave the plant pot there just so that it slows up our attackers a little bit. Maybe we could even... let's put a squash on it. Why not? Let's do that. Here comes the last huge wave for the level. So that plant has been marked. If we put a pumpkin around it... some more zombies being dropped in. No, he still does just steal the plant. Okay, well that nullifies that theory then. Never mind. There goes the squash getting in on the action. Good to see. What's going on up the top there? A couple of cone heads, but they're doing alright. They're just being held in place. If we're on the ball enough, we'll be able to plant a new pumpkin up there when that one gets eaten. Because it will get eaten. It has been eaten. And it's almost ready. There we go. Lovely. And let's just speed this along. Plant pot, jalapeno, get out of town. This is the kernel pot, I believe. Am I right? I am. Flings corn kernels and butter at zombies. Quite a useful thing here. What are you? You're a ladder zombie. Can you get over the tall nuts? I hope not. We'll find out. So the kernel pole is pretty much the rooftop equivalent of the snow pea, I guess. It will throw little corn kernels at zombies that do a bit of damage, and occasionally it will fling some butter at them, which will freeze them for a brief moment. It's quite useful to have. Okay, we're full up. And I haven't got any... I mean, actually, you know what? We could probably get rid of you and go for you instead. They're the same price. That one has the added bonus of slowing down zombies. It's probably offset by the fact it probably does less damage. Ah, okay. So I think the twin sunflower was probably a good move here because we haven't got that many plant pots to start off with. So we're going to need to be spending more money on the plant pots in this level, which is a problem. But it also means if we can have a nice concentrated row of sun producing plants along the back here, we should be pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the one row in for now, I think, and let the sun accumulate. And then we'll plant the twins on there as and when. We'll leave this second column blank for now until we work out whether doubling up the sunflowers is going to be a viable strategy or whether we actually need that space for offensive plants instead. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. So we can get our first dual one out already. Let's do that. And then we're going to start building up the plant pots along the front line so that we can begin expanding our attack here. So let's get a kernel pult down. That's good. We'll be able to see what he does shortly, no doubt. There we go, look. Talk of the devil and he shall appear. Here comes an approaching zombie. So I think this is going to take a bit longer to deal with than the cabbage pult. So we'll have to keep an eye on things. There's the lump of butter. Did you see that? It stopped him in his tracks for a moment. He's going to approach. We'll potato mine that guy. Oh, look, it killed him. He got killed by a glob of butter. Take that, diabetes. Or, you know what I'm trying to say. Unbelievable. Let's get a new twin one out. Good stuff. Cool. Let's get some of that out. Oh, yes. This is the way to go. Okay, the middle row now. The middle row is going to be a problem, but it's okay. Let's get the potato mine on that row. Deal with it that way. Boom! Knob of butter on the head, slowed down, and then his arm falls off with the aid of a kernel. A corn kernel. A cornel, I suppose. I don't know. Lovely. So actually these kernel pults are quite useful. I think we can we could probably just use these and not really worry so much about the cabbage pults anymore. That's quite useful. Let's get one of them on the middle row, and there we go, covered on all angles. And we're getting the twin sunflowers out as well, which is great. That's giving us plenty of sun to do stuff with here. So I think on this row of plant pots that I've just put here, we're going to start putting up our defensive line, starting right there with that tall nut. Look at that. Oof, more butter. That's it, stay right where you are. There's, as far as I know, there's no real pattern for when it decides to shoot butter and when it just shoots a regular corn kernel. I should have put that on that row. Never mind. I think it's just entirely random. Oh, double butter attack on the top row. Oh, that's going to be painful. It's going to hurt him in the morning. Oh, again, row 2 needed that. I am a goof. There we are, look at him. He's frozen in his tracks, not even bothering to eat the thing anymore. Wicked. Okay, 100 sun please for a new kernel pult going on row 2. Lovely. About time we got that in place after all the time I've spent saying I will. As opposed to I do, of course. There we go. Got him. Nice. Now let's deal with this conehead zombie. Plenty of butter his way, please. Let's see to it that that happens. 2 huge waves coming in this level, I have just realised. Boom! Buttered up like a squash. That's that. Another kernel pult on that row. Smashing. Okay, this is how we do it. Yeah, look at him. He ain't got a standard chance against the might of our butter barrages. Oh, yes. That's it. So what are we going to be dealing with here? Who's approaching? Anything dangerous that we need to be immediately concerned about? Doesn't look like it. So let's plant you there. And we're going to get the tall nut in on that row as well. And that should keep us nice and successful. Okay, here comes a ladder guy now on the only row without a tall nut. That's not going to do us very well. But it's okay, the butter's going to freeze him for a moment. Hopefully we can get rid of him in this time. Otherwise that's going to be a real issue. What's he going to do with that ladder? Oh, nothing yet. Oh no. Okay, he's just clocking his way through that. That's not good. Okay. Oh, there we go. We got rid of him. Thank Christ for that. Okay. So let's get the tall nut on there. Hopefully the tall nut will do a decent enough job of protecting us from the ladder guy. Ah, lovely. Nice and therapeutic, isn't it? Just watching all this butter go flying. This is mental. That's it, get out of here. Oh, we're getting a bit of trouble on the bottom row. Nothing our kernel pulse can't handle though. Oh, more sun. What was I doing? Here they come. Nice. Okay, okay. Here comes the ladder zombie now. We're going to need to see what we can do here. Should probably start putting the pumpkins out. Maybe we won't get the chance to see. Maybe the butter will deal with them. Seems to be heading that way. What's he going to do? Did he make it over? Oh, he did! So the ladder just gets you straight off the... Oh, and it stays there! Okay, I wonder if I can shift it with a jalapeno. We can. Okay, so that'll suffice for now. But I think we might need to bring the bring those magnet mushrooms from the previous worlds in to help us deal with these. Of course, we could just get another tall nut row in front, and then he'll waste his ladder on that first tall nut and then be stuck chewing on another tall nut. Or at least he would if he didn't keep getting buttered. And he's gone. Cool. So let's get some of these out. Some pumpkins in place. Come on, one more, guys. That's all it's going to take. Another tall nut down. Nice. Come on, get rid of him. There we go. And here comes our last huge wave for this level. How are we going to do? Anything dangerous? This ladder guy. A couple of bungees jumping in. Hopefully we can stave off an attack decently enough. Okay. I think we're going to be alright, actually. I think we're pretty much there. I don't think there's any reason to be concerned now. We just watch the action unfold. And then that will do us for this level. Just click all the coins and the sun that appears. One more, or a couple more there actually, and I think two more. Oh, two more here now, at least. Buttering up those guys. These guys getting buttered as well. I can put that there, stop that tall nut from crying. Man up, for goodness sake. Ah, there we go. So these kernel pults are actually really useful. I think we're going to stick with these rather than the cabbage pults. I think that's the way to do it. And lastly, take him out. Come on now. There he goes. What do we got here? This is the coffee bean, planted on a mushroom to wake it up. So that's obviously what it wants us to do. It wants us to use the magnet mushroom here. But obviously, look, it sleeps during the day. Not anymore. Now we have the coffee bean. We're able to plant that, then plant the coffee bean on it, and it will wake up. And then steal back all of those ladders and things. So there we go. Let's check out some of the zombies we have, of course. Still not sure what we haven't encountered yet. See the pogo zombie, the bungee zombie, just like that, and our ladder zombies as well. But that's going to pretty much do us for this episode of Plants vs Zombies, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, feel free to leave a thumbs up and a comment and let me know what you thought. And of course, if you really enjoyed it, make sure you whack that subscribe button. And I shall see you all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Have a good day. I love you. Bye.